Hi everyone, Tammy Sheffield here to share a resource that I've recently found and am going to encourage my students to use. This tech tool is called BibMe, and it is a citation generator and a proofreader. If you're interested in checking out this awesome source, here is the website that you can go to. BibMe is a citation generator, so it doesn't matter if you're trying to cite sources in APA, MLA, or other various forms of citations. You can use their citation generator to accurately create a citation for any type of source, whether it's a journal article, magazine, newspaper, or website source. You can use their citation generator to create a correct citation. It's also a proofreader. The site uses AI technology to scan papers for grammar, spelling, and usage mistakes. You can upload your papers from the computer, from Google Drive, or you can copy and paste your paper into the proofreading section of their site, and it will check your paper for all those errors and mistakes. This is a free resource. They do have paid versions of it. For example, you can get a free sample of the plagiarism checker, but after your free trial is over, they do charge for that. But the basic paper, and one that most of my students would benefit from, is free, which is always something we're looking for. We love those free resources. The purpose of this tool is, of course, to encourage my students to be more engaged in the revising and editing steps of the writing process. And the goal is for students to use this tool to ensure that they are correctly citing sources and to correct grammar issues before they turn in their paper. Another thing I'm hoping that this tool will do is to help them see common writing mistakes and be able to correct their writing in the future without the need of a tool to do it for them. A lot of the mistakes that students make in their papers are very common, and they make the same mistakes over and over and over again. So I'm hoping that when they use a proofreading site such as BibMe, that they will start seeing that those mistakes are showing up over and over again, and in the future they will correct them as they're writing their papers. And as I said, this free tool will proofread papers and create citations for students. The citation generator offers free citations for the most common formats of papers. And one thing I like about it is most of your source generators will offer MLA citations for free, but they will often charge you to upgrade to premium products to get citations for other formats such as APA. The proofreader software, like I said, uses an AI technology to scan the paper and look for mistakes. And once you're ready to do it, there are three options for sharing a paper for proofreading, and that is, like I said, to copy and paste into the site, upload from your computer, or upload from Google Drive. And I do have some examples of how to use it. In order to create a citation, you click on, if that's all you want to do is create citations, you click on the I only want to create citations, which will bring up a page that has the different citation styles. If the style you're wanting to use isn't showing right here, you can click on more, and it'll bring up other less common citation styles, but some that are nonetheless used by writers. The two most common, APA and MLA, of course, are right here, and like I said, both of those are free, and I love that. Once you have clicked to create a citation, you choose your source up at the top. These are the ones that show up, which of course are some of the most commonly cited sources. Sorry, I cannot talk today. But you have your journal, website, book, and video. And what you do is you click on the one you're going to use, and for my example, I'm going to use website, since that is what most of my students are going to use. And then you just simply copy and paste your URL into the search toolbar, such as I've done here, and then you just click on search the website. Once you've done that, it'll bring up the source that it found. So for example, this is the website, and the website I was citing is the ISTE Standards for Educators. And sometimes you'll find multiple citings, especially if you type in a book. It'll bring up several of the different printed versions of the book, so you might have to go through a couple of sources and find the correct one. But in this instance, I'm citing a website, and there is only one website, so I would simply click Select, and then it'll bring up the next screen that'll tell you what was and was not found from the source. And this is what they found, this different information. And what they couldn't find was a publisher, sponsor, or a date published. Once you've looked through that, you click on Final Step, and it'll bring up this screen right here. For your final step, look through here and see if there's anything you can add. Like, for example, it did not put in the date accessed, so I typed that in manually. If you know any of the other information that wasn't found on the site by the search engine, you can add that in, and then simply click Create a Citation. Once you've done that, your citation will pop up on the screen like this. It'll be down here below right here. And you can copy and paste that then into your paper. If you have more sources that you want to cite, you can wait and add all of your citations in by clicking up here, Add Another Citation to your biography. Add all of your citations, then go and copy and paste your sources into your paper that you're writing, whether it's your resources, bibliography, or works cited page. All of your resources will be right there for you. Again, this is an amazing website for creating sources, but the extra thing that I loved about it was the fact that it does have a free proofreader. To use the free proofreader from the home screen, just click Check My Paper. And then once you do, this screen will pop up, and you, again, like I said, have the option of copying and pasting your paper in here, uploading it from your computer, or uploading it from your Google Drive. If you're going to copy and paste, you just put it in here and click Check My Paper for free, or if it's on your computer or Google Drive, you click the appropriate link, and it will bring up the paper. For this demonstration, I chose a paper from one of my students. I did cross out her name for privacy issues. But what you'll see once the proofreader has checked your paper, you will see these little blue lines under the places that the paper thinks you have either made a mistake or thinks that you can do something to make your writing better. Over here on the left-hand side will be little boxes that tell you what your error is. And for example, one of the errors was the word had. The word has is likely incorrect. Consider using the past tense form of had. And you can either choose to fix it or ignore it. Once you are completely done, you can save your paper with the changes, and you have an edited paper. To me, it's probably a better option than even the peer editing. Because most of the time when students are peer editing somebody else's paper, they don't catch the mistakes that a proofreader would catch. So this is a great resource for students to use to proofread their papers and get help with citations. The ISTE standards that this covers, under ISTE standards for students, it would be 1C. Students use technology to seek feedback that informs and improves their practices and to demonstrate their learning in a variety of ways. And the ISTE standard for educators is 6A. Foster a culture where students take ownership of their learning goals and outcomes in both independent and group settings. And I do believe this is a source that gives students that little bit of ownership in their education, and it is a source that they have to choose to use, so they are taking responsibility for their learning on their own. All right, so that is my source. BibMe.com is the website you want to go to. Let me go back up there. There we go. No, BibMe.org. Sorry. Again, this is the website. If you would like to check out this resource, not only is it good for students, it's also good for teachers to use. We are not always the best at proofreading our own work, And very few of us will actually go to another teacher and say, hey, will you proofread this email for me, or will you proofread this paper for me before I turn it in or before I send my email. So I also advise teachers to use this as well. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate you watching my video. Have a good one.